So this camera right here is actually one of the cheapest cameras that is available, at least in India. This right here is actually the Canon EOS 1500D, which was launched in 2018 at a price of Rs 35,000. Now after 2 whole years, the price has come down to 28,000, making it an interesting offer. Mind you, the price keeps fluctuating, so keep an eye out for the price. So is it actually worth going for this camera? Let's check it out. I am Devath and you're watching Tech Aisle. A side note before we begin, this is actually my first camera review, so there will be mistakes, but feel free to drop in any of your queries down in the comment section down below. Let's begin now. So beginning with what you get in the box, you get the camera body, an 18-55 kit lens if you go for that option, the battery charger and cord, camera strap, a 16GB Kingston SD card and a carry bag and of course the paperwork. Yeah, that's a lot of things, but also note that it might differ from the retailer that you chose to go with. Now coming to the design, the body is made of plastic. Yes, so it won't feel premium, but I do not think that you should be expecting a metal body from an entry-level DSLR. No, don't mistake me, this does not feel cheap, but on the other hand, it does feel sturdy. Just keep in mind that it is made of plastic. But an advantage of a plastic build is that it does not feel too heavy. It comes in at 475 grams, making it very good for one-handed usage. In terms of ports, we have mini HDMI, a mini USB and a wired remote shutter port, which means that you won't be getting a headphone jack, which in turn means that you won't be able to plug in your microphone into this camera. And the mini USB is a huge bummer. Even a micro USB would have been fine. Turning around, the back is dominated by the 3-inch TFT screen with a 920p dot resolution. But this screen is neither touch nor tiltable. Is that asking too much from beginner DSLR? This one also has Wi-Fi and NFC built in so that you could instantly share your photos and videos that you've taken with this 1500D straight into your smartphone. The button layout is almost typical Canon style and you will be taking no time to adjust. Now talking about the 18-55 kit lens that is provided with this, it comes with image stabilization and it has an aperture range of f3.5 to f5.6. Yes, this has its limitations, but those can easily be overcome using your creativity. Now coming to the sensor, it is a 24.1 megapixel APS-C sensor, but it still has the older Digic 4 Plus processor. Now what does that mean? It means that the brain of this camera is quite good, but it is not very fast. So you can take very good photos and videos, but the frame rate when you are taking the burst photos and videos will be on the lower side, and that explains why this one has a 3 FPS burst mode and the 1080p video recording on this one is restricted to 25 fps. If you want 30 or 60 fps, then you want to step down to 720p, which I don't think many will. It also supports the Canon Connect app, which lets you transfer images instantly and also get a preview of the screen on your device, but that does not work for videos. Sorry for interrupting, but if you're liking this content, then we hugely appreciate it if you could hit that like button. And if you're new here, I make technology videos every week, so consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the video. Starting off with daylight images, the details given by the 24 megapixel sensor are plenty and the images can be cropped after the picture has been taken and you would not notice much difference. But the auto white balance took a hit most of the time. Using manual white balance is highly recommended if you know how to use them. Another thing to notice is that the autofocus while using the LCD monitor was very slow, but if you're using the optical viewfinder, then that is not a problem as it is quite fast. Now coming back to the images, the dynamic range is not as good as the modern smartphones which have HDR, but that can easily be negotiated by using the RAW mode, which gives you more space and freedom to edit with. The colors are natural like typical Canon cameras. Macro shots give out decent background blur. Nighttime photos were sort of a mixed bag. First of all, the ISO performance was very good. Even at ISO 1600, the noise levels were not too high. But stepping up to ISO 3200 and ISO 6400, the image takes a slight hit, the details decrease and the softness increases. Still, the nighttime performance is not bad, but maybe in the average area. As for the video quality, this footage that you're seeing right now is coming straight out of the Canon 1500D, but I have added some edits, I have added a LUT, etc. So the color is different, but the quality is the same. I will add the camera settings right here. Canon 1500D comes with a 860 mAh LPE10 battery. Canon claims that you can get up to 600 shots on a single charge with this battery, but I found that number to be approximately around 480-475 shots. Now that was without using the Wi-Fi or the LCD monitor. If you're using the Wi-Fi or the LCD monitor, then the shot number could decrease more. Canon has got the basics right here. It has a decent build quality, very good image quality, and also has some features like Wi-Fi and NFC. But are there any alternate options? Actually, quite a bit of them, each catered for specific users. If you don't want to spend as much, then you have the younger sibling of this 1500D, the 3000D. But if you want all the features of this camera without the need of a 24 megapixel sensor, then you can take the 1300D, which comes with an 80 megapixel sensor, and all the features are the same. And the interesting option is from Fuji. Fujifilm X-A5 is a mirrorless camera under 35,000. It has a touch tiltable screen, but it doesn't have a viewfinder. If you want to be a little more advanced, then you can go for the Fujifilm X-T100, which is almost the same as the X-A5 but has a viewfinder. Now on the Nikon side of things, we can take the Nikon D3400 or the Nikon D3500. The point I'm trying to make is that you have an option. We have more cameras in the mid-range market than we ever had. So you cannot go wrong by choosing any of the cameras mentioned here, including the Canon 1500D. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.